Hey friends, I thought it'd be good for us to do a library book check-in. You guys know that I love the library. And I do have a number of books here from the library. Some of them I'm probably going to take back tomorrow because I ended up requesting some of the books that were on the Women's Prize for Fiction long list and the Carol Shields Prize long list. Not sure how many I'm going to get through. I am in the middle of a very long 600 plus page book for the booktube prize. And if I can remember, I'll tell you why I got them out, if there was a specific reason. Also, boxes in the back, because the packing and I'm going through stuff now to donate. So this is my donation area for my upcoming move. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link below my recent video I did called The End of a Few Eras. But basically I'm moving. So first off, this is a book that I'm actually probably going to start today. This is What White People Can Do Next, From Allyship to Coalition by Emma Daubrey. Emma is an Irish author, and so I'm going to read this for the Irish Readathon, but it's very timely for those of us in the US. This is We're Alone, sorry for the glare, by Edwidge Danicat. Not sure if I'm saying that name right. These are some essays that she wrote related to kind of when we went into the pandemic, but also she is from Haiti, and so it's also about some of the things that were going on in Haiti at the time. And I've enjoyed her writing before, and it includes tributes to mentors and heroes such as Toni Morrison, Paul Marshall, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and James Baldwin. Then she also talks about environmental catastrophe, the traumas of colonialism, motherhood, the complexities of resilience, from hurricanes to political violence. So yeah, very interested in that. You know, I love my essay collections. This is The Stormkeeper's Island by Catherine Doyle. An island that never forgets, a boy who discovers his destiny. So it's middle grade March, and this is by an Irish author. And I heard about this on Leanne's channel, Leanne Rose Reads. Leanne Rose, I think. So yeah, I'm very, very curious to read this book. Will I get to it? I hope so. I hope so. The next one is another Irish author that I always forget about, but I was watching a video by Leandra at the TBR Zero, and she actually recommended this book, and it made me think, hey, it is the Irish Readathon. This is The Searcher by Tana French. This is a standalone. I've read one of her books. Into the Woods, maybe? I get hers and Ruth Ware's Woods. I think it's Into the Woods for Tana French. Tana French. Cal Hooper thought a fixer-up in a remote Irish village would be the perfect escape. After 25 years in the Chicago police force and a bruising divorce, he just wants to build a new life in a pretty spot with a good pub where nothing much happens. And then a local kid comes looking for help. His brother's gone missing. Nobody cares, and he wants Cal to look into it. So I liked her writing before, so we'll see about that. Okay, I gotta tell you a story. So this is a graphic novel called Here by, who is this by? Richard McGuire. And I was watching Chloe at Always Booked talk about this book, and apparently it's a movie too, but it kind of tells the life story of a house, if that makes sense, in graphic memoir, and I really liked the illustrations, so I got this out. But then I was on, excuse Hopper, I had searched here because I couldn't remember the author's name on my library app. And then a bunch of books came up with here in the title, and some of them sounded good to me. And so I got them out. I can't remember if I've read this before. It looks familiar to me, but we're going to read it again anyway because it's middle grade March. For middle grade March, I do read children's books, like all ages. So this is going to be included. Here, I Can Be Mindful by Ali Condi, illustrated by Jamie Kim. And so this is just a little kid's book about being mindful. And we can all do a little bit more mindfulness, right? And then this also came up when I searched here. I'm looking, making sure I'm telling you about all these. That came up in the here search. This is Here Today by Ann M. Martin. I have read Ann M. Martin my whole life. She wrote The Babysitter's Club, right? Or The Sleepovers Friends. I think it was The Babysitter's Club. I just read, for middle grade March, I read Rain, Rain by Ann M. Martin, and it was awesome. It was so good. This is 1963. Eleanor Roosevelt Digman's mother was crowned the Bossetti Beauty of Spectacle, New York. Ellie's classmates decide she was invisible, and President John F. Kennedy was assassinated. It was the year Ellie discovered that in trying to keep her life together, she had to let pieces of it go. So, don't know if I'll get to it, but we have options. Hopper's going to be in the video too. All right, and then let's just do middle grade March. This is one I've had out for a minute. Hi. Can I do my video, please? This is Deep Water by Jamie Sumner. And I also got Time to Roll with It. Time to Roll by Jamie Sumner. Sequel. Oh, sequel. It's a sequel. I'm going to have, I don't know. I might need to get the other one first, but it's a sequel to Roll With It. I like Jamie Sumner and her writing and her disability representation. So I read Summer of June. Like last year, middle grade March, and it was a great representation of anxiety. So I will hopefully read this one. I'm going to have to get Roll With It because I didn't realize that was a sequel. I also got out, this is upside down, My Life as an Ice Cream Sandwich by E.B. Zaboy. She was recently in Atlanta, did an event at a bookstore close to me, and I haven't read her stuff yet, but I've heard such great things about it that I definitely wanted to read this. And ice cream sandwiches are my favorite. So, also in middle grade, Hunters of the Lost City by Callie Wallace. Don't remember who I saw talk about this, but it's about a 12-year-old Octavia grew up believing the town of Vittoria, Vittoria, was the only one left in the world. The sole survivors of a deadly magical war and plague. The people of Vittoria know there's no one alive outside the town walls except the terrible monsters that prowl the forest. But then the impossible happens. She meets a girl beyond the walls, someone who claims to have traveled from far away. So then she questions everything. Now, plague is probably what got my attention because I do read plague books. That sounded weird. I do like books about pandemics. I don't know why, but I do. The Earth is Blue by Nicole Pantelakos. I don't remember who talked about this one either. My memory's bad. This is 12-year-old. I should show it to you first. 12-year-old Nova is eagerly awaiting the launch of the space shuttle Challenger. Oh, I do remember. This is about the Challenger disaster. Nova is autistic. Her and her big sister love astronomy and plan to watch the launch together. But Bridget has disappeared and Nova is in a new foster home. Speaking is hard for her. Teachers and foster families have always believed that she isn't as smart as other kids. Bridget is the only one who knows what's wrong. And then the Challenger happens. And so we've got disability rep, we've got foster kids, foster care system, sisters, all of that, and a little mystery about what happened to her sister. This is high on my list for sure. I'm pretty sure I heard about this from, nope, can't remember. Was it Katie? I think it might have been Katie. And I forget what her channel name is, but I'll link it below. This is Our Castle by the Sea by Lucy Strange. And I may have talked about this before. It's all coming back to me now. I might have talked about this in a vlog when I picked it up, but anyway. Growing up in a lighthouse, 11-year-old Pet's world has been one of storms, secret tunnels, and stories about sea monsters. But now the country is at war and the cliff tops are a terrifying battleground. Pet will need to muster all her bravery to uncover why her family is being torn apart. Really cool cover too. All right, so that is the middle grade. Then we've got some random books that I know I went over in one of my vlogs, so I'm not going to talk about them too much. Random books that I just picked off the shelves at the library, which is something I do. This is Big Fan by Alexandra Romanoff. This is about a woman who's married to a politician who has a sex scandal, and then they get divorced, I think, and then something about a boy band. So it sounded kind of all over the place. So A Reason to See You Again by Jamie Attenberg. I've read Jamie Attenberg before. I've liked some of her stuff, haven't liked some of her stuff. So I kind of wanted to read her new one. And Hum by Helen Phillips. I don't know that I'm going to get to this one because it doesn't have renewals on it. And this is the one I'm most interested on this stack. Is about a woman who loses her job to AI. And in order to make a living, to get a new job, she has to do something to her face to make it unrecognizable by the facial recognition detection stuff that the world has implemented. So it sounds really interesting to me, and I thought maybe it would be on the prize list, but it's not. So this one, I'm pretty sure, is on the Women's Prize for Nonfiction long list. And I think I heard Hannah Mae talking about this in her Patreon video. And this is By the Fire We Carry by Rebecca Nagel, The Generations Long Fight for Justice on Native Land. This is investigative reporting about American history that braids the story of the forced removal of Native Americans onto treaty lands in the nation's earliest days. A small-town murder in the 1990s that led to a Supreme Court ruling reaffirming Native rights to the land more than a century later. So, it'll be interesting to read at this point in our history. I got another AI book. This is Hey Zoe by Sarah Crossan. I feel like this is on a prize list too. But this is Hey Zoe by Sarah Crossan, where a guy has an AI doll in his closet and his wife finds out and becomes friends with the AI doll. Something like that. But Sarah Crossan is also an Irish author, and it's the Irish Readathon. I did see this on the list, but I think also Leanne is reading it. Leanne Rose. So there's that one. And then this one came in, Crooked Seeds by Karen Jennings. This is on one of the lists. I want to say it's on, I can't remember, the Women's Prize or Carol Shields Prize. I'll put it down below which one it's on. This is about post-apartheid South Africa. A woman, her house, land that her family lived on, they find bodies buried there. And so she kind of has to figure out, or there's an investigation into who was involved with what. So that's my library haul. And like I said, I'm going to be getting more on Monday. I think there's like 4 or 5 of the books on the prize list that are coming. And I am going to do a video about the various prize lists. I'm going to put it all together in one because I'm not reading all the books from all the lists, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it because I'm having very different feelings about the prize list this year. I feel like just a mix of emotions on what was picked out, what was left off. Do they all really matter? Kind of thing. But that'll come. That'll come. I'm trying to gather as many of the books as I can that I'm interested in, and kind of see where we go from there. My focus right now is to finish the booktube prize books, which I am almost. I can't hold up all these books, but look. That's my library haul from 2 libraries. There you go. I hope y'all are having a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Bye.